What I would do is for each body part, volume wise is going to change, but on average, let's say roughly 20 sets sort of per body part, but it might start just below that and build up above. So in say week 1, I might be doing somewhere between 15 and 20 sets per body part. And then, by week 8, week 10 of that program, I might be doing say 25 plus sets per body part. I probably don't really want to be doing too much more than that. And that's throughout the week, not in one session. So
Right.
just to be clear, I'm not doing chest and I'm doing 25 sets on like 12 sets of bench press and then 4 sets of flies and then 4 sets of incline press and stuff like that. It's just like maybe 12 sets on a Monday and then 12 sets on a Thursday type thing. And that's toward the back end. It wouldn't start in week 1 like that. It might be like, okay, 8 sets on a Monday and then 6 or 7 sets, on a Thursday or something like that. And that's kind of like my weekly volume. And then that bumps up just slowly. And then after say 8 to 10 weeks, it's just like moving up. I guess the way I program it as well is making sure that like, if I have one body part I really want to focus on, let's say I really want to build the chest or I really want to bring up my legs or whatever. It's just like, you can't just keep increasing everything all the time, because you can have like this, I guess, overall sort of systemic fatigue as well, where it's kind of just like, oh, if I do tons of extra volume on my legs, tons of extra volume on my chest and back and everything like that, it's not so much that body part is getting over fatigued. It's just like my nervous system is just smashed. And it's just like, oh, like I go to chest day and it's just like, I can't lift anything because I just did all this volume on legs and then all this volume on back, that my nervous system's just cooked. So it's just kind of like making sure you balance it. So if you're moving to the higher end of volume on one muscle group, it's like you almost got to pull that from somewhere else. And I think it also means that you have to get comfortable sacrifice and delayed gratification, because it might be like, for this 12-week training block, I want to build my legs more than anything, but I really, really want to build my chest and my back. Actually, triceps could do a bit of work too. And then you end up not really optimizing. Whereas if you just say, okay, cool, I'm going to do a modest amount of progressive volume on those secondary body parts, but the focus is just going to be on my legs. Then you can do that for that training block, build them up. And then maybe for the next training block, you might say, okay, I'm going to do it again. And then after that, I'm going to do a training block where it's just like more chest focused kind of thing. I guess once you build those body parts up to that level of performance that you're kind of comfortable at, it's sort of maybe a little bit easier to maintain. But I feel like if everything's already like reasonably in proportion, or if you're just not sure what you want to build more, the best bet is to just kind of keep it all within that range. And you don't have to play around with trying to really specialize and, bring this up or bring that up. Yeah.
Gotcha. So that's like between 10 and 25 sets potentially in a given week for a specific muscle group, depending on if you're specializing or not, or if things are kind of all floating around the same range.
Yeah.
You talked about how your training is not as frequent or as much as you were doing prior because of your current ambitions with acting and filmmaking. But can you talk about that a little bit? I think that will be interesting for the listeners also, in terms of how you've been able to maintain a lot of your muscle, I assume, because you were mentioning that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely don't train as